Good evening, you're watching 7 at 7. I am Preeti Choudhry. Let me quickly take you through the headlines. The big melody moment in Italy. Melani's Namaste to Prime Minister Modi goes viral. Both leaders to hold bilateral meetings later today. Prime Minister Modi hugs Ukrainian President Zelensky during bilateral on the sidelines of G7. Modi says way to peace through dialogue. Prime Minister also holds talks with UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and French President Macron. Partial relief for BSY in the POCSO case. Court gives the former Karnataka Chief Minister protection from arrest till June 17. Chilling CCTV emerges in Sandalwood murder case. Victim Renuka Swami's abduction caught on camera. Abduction allegedly on the pretext of arranging a meeting between him and actor Darshan. Mortal remains of 31 Indians brought back to Kochi. Kerala Chief Minister Union Mantri Suresh Gopi paid tribute. Family members distraught. After reports of a rift between RSS and BJP, RSS sources issue clarification, say Indrish Kumar's remarks on BJP's arrogance is not of the Sang's but his personal view. Supreme Court issues notice to NTA on plea seeking CBI probe in NEET trial. Refuses to stay counselling again. Education Minister meets aspirants, assures them of a fair probe. All right, the latest news break coming in, and this is bizarre, viewers. A key piece of evidence in the high-profile Sheena Bora murder trial has seemingly gone missing. The prosecution has told the court that bones which the CBI claimed to be Sheena Bora's remain are reportedly untraceable. The missing evidence consists of skeletal remains recovered by Pain Police in 2012, the year Sheena Bora was allegedly murdered. Public prosecutor C.J. Nandore informed the special CBI court in Mumbai that the bones crucial for the forensic analysis could not be located despite a thorough search. As bizarre as it gets, viewers, the most crucial evidence in the Sheena Bora murder case, the remains of Sheena Bora, are now missing and nobody has a clue where they are. In midst of all of this, you have Indrani Mukherjee, who is out on bail. She is the main accused of murdering her own daughter. Connecting right now immediately with my colleague Vidya, live from Mumbai. Vidya, can you explain, because this is as bizarre as it gets, the most crucial evidence, piece of evidence in this case now missing? That's a huge botch up.
Well, it certainly is. And remember, this is in 2012. Way before this murder really came to light, that the skeletal remains that the villagers in Pain had found and had informed the Pain police. It was Pain police who had not dug up the entire skeleton but taken a few parts of it and sent it to the JJ hospital where, the forensic expert there had checked on it. That Dr. Khan, was actually deposing in the court because she had way before 2015. When the case really opened in 2012 itself, she had examined these bones, and that's the reason why these bones needed to be, put up in the court where the witness would have recognized whether these were the bones that she had, verified as an expert. She had seen it, and those bones suddenly out of the blue have, however, vanished. Though remember, this is just one set of bones that were dug up in 2012. In 2015, later on, when the Mumbai police had actually came to know about this entire case, and the remains were dug up again, some more, skeleton remains were exhumed from the spot. And hopefully, now everyone's just hoping that those at least aren't lost, and probably there could be some kind of relief. If those bones are still there, then the case could still proceed ahead. But certainly, from the CBI, the place where the CBI officials keep these evidences of a particular case, the bones have just vanished out of the blue.
Now, in midst of all of this, Vidya, what does it reflect and impact on Indrani Mukherjee's case? Because she continues to maintain that she is innocent, she's out on bail. Many were suggesting that possibly Indrani being out could impact the case and she could meddle with the evidence, and now this news coming in. This could actually mean that the accused could go scot-free.
Well, it would be a little too early to say that, the accused in the case will be scot-free, and it is only because of this particular evidence actually getting lost. But certainly, there are not just this. In fact, remember, Indrani Mukherjee has already been saying that the DNA collected from those bones, which were sent for DNA analysis, and the report by which the CBI swears and says that it is Sheena's skeletal remains, which Indrani refuses, of course, saying that those are not Sheena's skeletons and Sheena is still alive. So there is a lot of dispute over that as well, because Indrani's lawyers have been saying that the DNA matching wasn't really done properly. So there will be a whole lot of other evidences also that will play a part. But remember, these certainly are crucial evidences, and from the custody of CBI, the custodian of those evidences, who are supposed to keep it. I mean, if it just vanishes from their own lockup, from their own place where they're supposed to keep these evidences safe until the end of the trial, if things really go missing, then certainly it probably is not the end, and there could be much more things, important evidences that could go missing if the CBI does not tie up its loose ends at this juncture.
Well, many would suggest, is it already too late with what the CBI has done? But appreciate you joining us, Vidya. Thank you there for detailing the entire case for us, and especially what impact could the missing bones of Sheena Bora have on the case of murder, which was built against Indrani Mukherjee, for the murder of her own daughter, Sheena Bora. All right, let's quickly shift focus right now, viewers. Well, Prime Minister Modi is in Italy for the G7 summit. The Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni welcomed Prime Minister Modi with a namaste as he arrived for talks. The two leaders are scheduled to hold a bilateral later today. Prime Minister Modi also held bilateral talks with several world leaders, including Ukrainian President Zelensky, French President Emmanuel Macron, and UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. In his talks with Zelensky, Prime Minister Modi said that the only way to peace is through dialogue. The two leaders were also seen sharing a hug right ahead of the talks. Prime Minister Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron's bonhomie was on full display as both leaders discussed defense, security, technology, AI, and blue economy. Prime Minister Modi also later met UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, and the two discussed the India-UK Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. All right, that's the latest that is coming in. Of course, then was that big ticket moment as well when the Prime Minister met the world leaders one by one, greeted by Meloni herself, and the latest after that, one bilateral meeting after the other. Those visuals there, which, have now gone viral ever since. All right, let's connect immediately to our our editor of Foreign Affairs, Geeta Mohan, who's joining us from Italy with the latest right now. Geeta, what have been the biggest takeaways on day one?
Well, there have been, this is a one-day visit for Prime Minister Modi. It's day 2 of the G7 summit. There were important meetings yesterday where the focus was Russia, Ukraine. Today, the focus for the G7 is China. But for Prime Minister Modi, it is one outreach session where he's going to focus on artificial intelligence, climate change, technology, Mediterranean, Indo-Pacific, and Africa. Africa, remember, Preeti, was given focus during India's presidency of the G20 when African Union was added as a member of the G20. And since then, we're seeing growing importance and the need and a realization by the world to include Africa in all the conversations that have to do with development. Having said that, Prime Minister Narendra Modi started his day with bilateral meetings with Macron, with German Chancellor Scholz. There are going to be a number of series of other meetings as well, and culminate with Italian Prime Minister Meloni's meeting with him, which certainly will get social media buzz. But the one meeting that was not confirmed and was not announced earlier was this meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. And that's an important one because India holds a very unique position, Preeti. On the one hand, friends with Russia. On the other hand, historical ties with Ukraine. This is an important role for India. It is an important role that India can play over here where the G7 seems to be failing. And this ahead of the Ukraine peace conference that is to take place in Switzerland, where
Right.
Russia is not invited. So crucial meetings, but we'll have to wait and see what he says at the outreach session, which is to begin shortly.
You know, there's lots of diplomatic messaging as well, Geeta, where, what's at least gone down or what's on the agenda. At one end, you have a very warm hug with President Zelensky, which is interesting because that's strong messaging on Prime Minister Modi's account. On the other hand, no bilateral with Canada.
Well, that's an important one. You see, a lot of people are saying that why isn't there a structured dialogue with even the President of the United States of America? And to which I say that there are regular contacts with the US at so many levels. The NSA of US, Jake Sullivan, is going to be in India in a week's time. So that's the reason why they only have to meet briefly to show forward momentum. But with Canada, Preeti, the Khalistan issue has certainly soured ties between the two countries. It doesn't seem like it's going to get onto the right track anytime soon. Trudeau himself is looking at elections and certainly a lot of trouble for him. In fact, most of the leaders Prime Minister Modi's meeting are in a lot of trouble in their own respective countries and they're facing elections. Be it Rishi Sunak, Macron, or for that matter, Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau and President Biden. So it's going to be very interesting. The G7 could look very different next year. And Prime Minister Modi still will be around. So if you look at this forum, with India being invited as a guest country, there is continuum with India rather than the G7 leadership, where you could see a lot of change. So sour ties with Canada. If there's a pull aside or a short brief conversation, we'll get to know about it. But there certainly isn't a structured dialogue either with the Canadian Prime Minister or, for that matter, right now, we're looking at Erdogan as well. So no structured dialogue there.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Geeta. We're going to be back with you shortly. Thank you there. And have a good time. In Italy, my colleague Geeta Mohan, our editor, MEA, External Affairs as well. Moving on now to the latest coming in from Karnataka, partial relief for BSY. The court has granted him protection from arrest till June 17th. This after a Bangalore court on Thursday issued a non-bailable warrant against former Chief Minister and senior BJP leader BS Yediyurappa in a POCSO case. BS Yediyurappa's anticipatory bail plea is up for hearing in Karnataka High Court shortly. The petition will be heard by a single judge bench. Meanwhile, CID has already issued an arrest warrant for BS Yediyurappa. If he does not get anticipatory bail, Yediyurappa will have to face more trouble. Remember, Yediyurappa is accused of sexually harassing a minor girl when her mother went to meet him for help in 2015. And now he's facing a sexual assault case. Denying the allegation, BSY has also approached the High Court seeking annulment of the case filed against him.
ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನ್ ಬೇಲಬಲ್ ವಾರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 2.5 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೆಳಗಾದಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಕೂಡ ಸತ್ಯಾಸತ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರು, ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು, ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ 40% ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಿರಂಗ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಂಥ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೋಟಿ ತರಿಸುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಏನಾಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರು ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗೂ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಡೀತಿರೋಂಥ ಘಟನೆಗೂ
We don't want to do vendetta politics. Vendetta politics is full with BJP. See, why did they include Rahul Gandhi? In what way Rahul Gandhi is connected? He was being summoned to the Bangalore court. He came all the way respecting the court. He never involved. He is not the president of the party, either in the state or in the national level. Why did they include his name? Why did the BJP MLC file a complaint? Congress party is looking at very large-hearted. In our tenure, as a 10 years tenure or any term. We never indicated anyone. It is the basic concept of BJP, which they always do.
Okay.
All right, the latest news break coming in from Uttar Pradesh. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will now meet Sangh Chief Mohan Bhagwat at the RSS training session tomorrow in Gorakhpur. This is the first meeting of Chief Minister Yogi and the Sangh Chief Mohan Bhagwat after the end of Lok Sabha elections. The meeting is considered important as both are likely to discuss issues ranging from Lok Sabha elections and the expansion of Sangh in the state to other issues of interest. Joining me right now for more is my colleague Abhishek Mishra on this news break. Abhishek, it's going to be an interesting meeting. It's a post-election meeting in Uttar Pradesh, where especially the state of Uttar Pradesh didn't quite go down on what was expected for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Possible that the UP elections also be up for discussion, where the RSS chief and the UP CM is concerned?
Well, certainly, Preeti, and that is something which would certainly be a question from both the sides. CM Yogi Adityanath will be in Gorakhpur. Yes, as the head of the state, he has always gone there to meet RSS chief. But this time, the timing of it is something which is making it more significant. Just after the conclusion of the Lok Sabha polls, and the performance of the BJP is unexpected. 33 seats on their own and 36 with their allies is something which is alarming. And also Mohan Bhagwat, how he has expressed his views over the BJP leadership, the kind of overconfidence the party showed, and at the same time his concern over Manipur, and all those several factors will certainly be on the table which we are expecting. But yes, indeed, as far as the communication is concerned, it has been said that it's an official meeting, nothing of that sort. But it is very obvious that when CM Adityanath would be there, these issues are certainly going to be discussed, and also how the coordination between the government and the organization, and of course the expansion of Sangh is something which is a top priority for the RSS chief, and that all will be discussed tomorrow in the meeting when Adityanath Yogi will be there, and as head of the state, and also the main person of the state has been the face of the campaigning, and that is what we are expecting tomorrow in this meeting in Gorakhpur. Yes.
All right, appreciate you joining us. We're going to get our viewers all that possibly goes on and what our sources tell us between that meeting of RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat with the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. With that, I want to shift now to the latest news coming in on the entire controversy on NEET. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan spoke to us. Listen in.
सर, लेकिन अब आप वापस आए हैं, एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री पहले से आप देख रहे थे, और पहले से ज्यादा आक्रामक इस वक्त बच्चे और विपक्ष नीट को लेके दिख रही है.
दो अलग अलग बातें. हम बच्चों के साथ पूरा है, बच्चों को मैं आश्वस्त करना चाहूँगा. मैं आज भी कुछ बच्चों को जो जिनके मन में उत्कंठा और एंजाइटी है उनको मिला, उनके अभिभावकों को मिला, उनकी विषय को समझने का कोशिश किया. 23,33,000 विद्यार्थी इस बार परीक्षा दिए थे, रिकॉर्ड है. 4,750 सेंटर बने, 13 भाषा में परीक्षा हुई, 14 विदेश की सेंटर में भी परीक्षा हुई. बड़े सफलता के साथ परीक्षा हुई. पहले तो ध्यान में आया कि 6 सेंटर में कम समय मिलने के कारण कुछ अनामोलिस ध्यान में आया. उनके लिए ग्रेस मार्क के एक सुप्रीम कोर्ट की प्रदत्त एक फॉर्मूला को अपनाया गया. एनटीए ने कोई अपने से नहीं कर दिया, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एक क्लाट